High in the Himalayas, hidden under snow and silence, lies a lake so clear it reflects more than the sky. It holds a circle of bones waiting for the sun to tell their story. This is Roopkund. Skeleton Lake Roopkund sits more than 16,000 feet above sea level, hidden among jagged peaks and icy winds. When British forest rangers first stumbled on it in the 1940s, they could not believe what they saw. Hundreds of skeletons scattered along the rocky shore. Who were they? And what force of nature or fate left them lying side by side beneath the sky? For most of the year, it sleeps under snow. But when the sun melts the ice, the past rises to the surface. Skulls, femurs, ribs, some still wearing fragments of clothes and jewelry from another time. For decades, people guessed. Some thought they were soldiers from an ancient king's army lost in a blizzard. Others said they were pilgrims caught in a sudden hailstorm that no one could escape. In the early 2000s, scientists tested the bones and found that they did not all belong to the same group or time. Some were more than 1,200 years old, others just a few centuries. Different ancestries, different journeys, yet all ended here, in this frozen circle above the clouds. One theory says they were caught in a freak storm. Imagine standing on a sacred trail high above the tree line. When the sky darkens without warning, stones of ice the size of cricket balls hammer down, breaking skulls, forcing travelers to huddle together and wait for mercy that never comes. Think of those whose final stories sank beneath its frozen silence, waiting for the sun to bring them back just long enough for us to ask why. A friend of mine once trekked to Roopkund and told me how strange it feels to stand there looking into that still water. The lake reflects the sky so clearly that it feels like a doorway between now and then, a mirror where you see not only yourself, but the reminder that every step we take into the unknown is written somewhere, even if it is in bone. Next time you see a calm mountain lake, remember Roopkund? If you believe that some places keep their answers buried in plain sight, hit subscribe and come with me as we stand by the shores where the past floats just beneath the ice. In the quiet village of Milton in Scotland, there is an old stone bridge that looks harmless, but carries a story that makes people hold. Their dogs close and wonder what waits in the mist beyond the stones. But for decades, locals have whispered about what happens there when a dog crosses it alone. To people, it is just another footpath, but to dogs, it seems to be something more. Since the 1950s, dozens of dogs, maybe even hundreds, have jumped from its walls, falling to the rocks below. Some survived, and some did not, but many owners say the same thing. There was no warning. One moment their dog was sniffing the stones, the next it was over the edge, as if called by something only it could sense. In the quiet village of Milton in Scotland, there stands a bridge so ordinary you might drive past it without a second thought. Its real name is the Overtoun Bridge, built in the 1800s, spanning a deep ravine, surrounded by misty woods and ancient estate grounds. The bridge's walls are low enough for a curious nose to tip forward too far. The wind in the gorge might confuse a dog's senses, make a familiar smell feel like it is coming from nowhere at all. But still, no one has proven exactly why this bridge, and only this bridge, makes so many pets leap into the void. Scientists have searched for logical answers. Some believe the scent of small animals like mink might draw dogs over the side. I remember reading the story of a local man who stood helpless as his golden retriever suddenly bolted toward the parapet and vanished over the side. He said the dog did not bark, did not hesitate, just stepped off the stone, as if following an invisible path. A friend once told me maybe the bridge is not cursed. Maybe it is just a reminder that the world is stranger for those who see and smell more than we ever could. Others say a prayer or hold the leash tight and hurry to the other side. The bridge stands there silent and cold, waiting for the next set of paws to cross its ancient stones. Dogs trust their instincts. They do not ask why, they just go. Some locals refuse to walk their dogs across Overtoun at all. We forget that sometimes the unseen is real, and sometimes a question has no safe answer. Next time you walk your dog down a quiet path, listen to what it hears, feel the world through its senses. One quiet night in 1977, while the world slept, a single whisper crossed the stars and tapped an old neat computer screen in Ohio. It was so sharp, so perfect, so out of place that it had left behind just one handwritten word. Wow. 1,000,000 stars above us, cold and silent. Or maybe not so silent. On August 15, 1977, a man named Jerry Emmon sat in front of that old computer screen at Ohio State University's Big Ear radio telescope. It's just a spike of sound that should not have been there, a cosmic tap on the shoulder. He was scanning the skies for signals, anything unusual, a whisper from beyond. Most nights were static and boredom. But that night something came through. A single burst of radio energy, sharp and clean, lasting just 72 seconds. It was so perfect, so strange, so unexpected that Jerry circled it on the printout and scribbled one word in the margin. Wow. That scribble is why we call it the wow signal today. No code, no message. Scientists tried to find it again. They pointed their dishes to the same spot night after night. Nothing. To this day, no one knows where it came from. A distant star, a reflection off a satellite, or something else watching us from the dark saying hello just once. I love telling this story because it reminds us how huge and how quiet the universe really is. Sometimes I imagine Jerry Emmon alone in that lab, staring at the numbers and realizing this should not exist. But here it is. A student once asked me, "Do you think it was aliens?" I told him maybe yes, maybe no. It is the reminder that while we build rockets and telescopes, there is still so much we do not know. So much waiting in that deep black ocean above us. Maybe it was just a glitch, a stray signal bouncing through the galaxy. Or maybe it was an invitation and we missed it. It makes you wonder how many other signals pass us by too quiet for us to notice. The beauty of the wow signal is not just the mystery itself. Would you circle it in red pen like Jerry did, hoping that somewhere far away someone will find it and whisper, "Wow"? Next time you are standing outside at night, look up. Somewhere in that endless dark, a signal once crossed space and found us just for a heartbeat. And if you could send one word back across the stars, what would you write?